popping Real 16 TV? It's Cuz LP here. How y'all doing? I had a topic, and it's been a while since I had a topic. I do apologize, but I had a topic. I think people dwell too much on their failures and failures in general and stuff like that. And now, that's about to sound weird, but the reason why I say that is because, like, I feel like when people mess up and stuff like that, they kind of seem to act like it's the end of the world and little shit like that when it really isn't and stuff like that. Honestly, it's just it's not even a blemish on your record. It's like, it's learning in the process and stuff like that. To master something, you have to try it over and over and over again. It's like 1,200 times before it becomes muscle memory. You know what I'm saying? So you got to practice it. And sometimes you fail, but failing shows you like what you shouldn't have did that you did last time. You know what I'm saying? It shows you that you have the ability to try something other than what you're doing right now. You know what I'm saying? So generally what I mean by that is that a failure really isn't a failure. It's more like trial and error. You know what I'm saying? Which is some shit I probably said before, but it's been a minute. It's a new year. You feel me? So it's more like trial and error. If you're trying something, if it doesn't work, then you learn from that and you figure out how to utilize what you learned to make it work next time. And if you fail again, you figure out what you did that time, and by the time you really start getting good at whatever you're doing, you're going to have a lot less issues due to the fact that the only reason you're actually any good is that you failed so many times that you just know what you're doing at this point. Not really that you have more, like, I think that's also an issue too. Like when you think about rich people and shit like that, you think of, or like famous people, whatever you look up to, right? We think about what they're doing like, oh, like, we should do what they're doing now. And I heard Jay-Z say before, you shouldn't emulate what the person is already doing. You should emulate the process they took to get there. So when people be like, hey, you should do what they doing right now, I never really understood that and stuff like that, because it's like, no, I'm not emulating what they're doing right now. I'm emulating what it took to get there. You know what I'm saying? But I am paying attention to what they're doing right now, because studying is good and stuff like that. But at the same time, when it comes to this YouTube thing, I've been talking about me to an extent, but this is, it's a little bit of everybody. Everybody goes through it to an extent. But I think it's a lack of believing in yourself too. You're only willing to give so much into what you already believe in because you're afraid to mess up. And I'm going to use this example and stuff like that, but Elon Musk or whatever, he used all the money he made from I forgot what I think PayPal or whatever. He sold PayPal. He used all the money that he made from PayPal or whatever and spent it all on SpaceX and Tesla. He went bankrupt. 50 Cent went bankrupt, and now you see him making Power, BMF, and all this. He being a producer to these shows and stuff like that. He's not the maker. There's actually a maker, but you know what I'm saying. I respect. What's it called? Donald Trump went bankrupt. All these people went bankrupt because they were willing to believe in something so hard that when they failed, instead of it just being a failure where they stopped completely, they continued to come back. And that is proof of your relentlessness, I believe. Like, if something happens to you and you be like, man, fuck this shit, and you quit, then that's basically an example of what type of person you are in my book. You know what I'm saying? Because something happened and you were just like, man, nothing ever works out just because it's not working out today. And it's like, nah, that's a crazy belief. That I feel like that belief means you don't believe in yourself. Mind you, this is my opinion, but I believe anybody that says some stuff like, man, this shit don't ever work, or I can't do it, or some shit like that, I believe they truly don't believe in themselves. It's one thing to observe other people and be like, this is why you can do it. But it's another thing to observe those people and be like, he the only one that can do that due to this. It's like, that's not completely true. Obviously, in every situation, somebody's going to be better than you at something. But I don't think it's completely true that anybody should look at anybody and be like, this person's so perfect that I can't do what they do. I don't think that's ever true. I don't think anybody should ever do that. I think that's part of that whole mentality that we're talking about and stuff like that. That whole like looking at your failures like they really aren't a part of the process. Looking at them like they're the like say all be all. Like I failed, so I should quit. I don't know. I think that's dumb. I also think it's dumb for for things to weigh on people's brains in a way they shouldn't. And what I mean by that is like, you should be like, in your brain, it should be like, I should get to it. I need to get that done. I need to hurry up and get that finished. I don't think it should be like, man, shit don't get done. Blah blah blah. Like getting mad and shit like that. I think that's a dumb mindset to have. Like, if it's not getting done, put the team on your back. You know what I mean? I always thought that was a crazy way to think about it. Like, shit doesn't get done because of the blah 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 and blah blah blah. It's like, nah, just go ahead and knock the shit out and shit like that. It's like everybody slips up and gets into the moments of like in their mind and shit like that. But I think that's a mindset or like a trap. You know what I'm saying? I think that's a trap that you accidentally put yourself into. You slip up and you start talking shit instead of just remembering to do your process and shit like that. I failed at it. Other people fail at it. Everybody has a moment where they don't know how to like deal with the fact that they're not being the person they truly want to be. And I can only speak from a male's perspective and stuff like that, but success has to do a lot with a male's mentality. If we're not getting a lot done, like, you know what I mean, in life, if we don't feel accomplished, you know, everybody's feeling of accomplishment is different. But depending on who you're dealing with, if you're dealing with a person that wants to be high functioning and stuff like that, or a person who dreams of being high functioning in that case, you're going to be dealing with a person or whatever that success is super necessary to them, especially, you know what I'm saying? Because some people, they just want white picket fence. I want the house. You know what I'm saying? I want dogs, the girlfriend. I just want to chill. Just enough money to get like that far. And then you got some people that want to like change people's lives, be a philanthropist, give money to other people, do stuff, do as much as they can to save not only them, but the people around them. You know what I'm saying? And a lot of people don't have the ability to understand that like that type of success is necessary in your life, regardless if it's the white picket fence or that. And I'm sorry, I was looking back and I thought it's also, you know, I thought the police officer. I ain't gonna lie to you, but a lot of people think that like that their success really does have a lot to do with how they feel about themselves. And even if they don't actually say it out loud, you could truly, you know what I'm saying? I'm sorry if I got a little off track, but even if they don't say it out loud and shit like that, I feel like everybody to an extent, their success bothers them to an extent. Like if you work in a factory and you worked in there for 5 years, the ability to say, bro, I've been in this motherfucker 5 years makes you feel good. You know what I'm saying? It doesn't make you feel bad. You feel me? I'm the supervisor. That makes you feel good. That shit don't make you feel bad. I made X amount of money, you know what I'm saying? $10,000, $50,000, $100,000. That shit make you feel good. That shit don't make you feel bad. Feel bad is like, I ain't did shit all month. I don't know what I have to live for. I don't know what my next step is going to be. I don't know who to trust. That shit makes you feel bad. Having people to trust, having money, having things going on, getting fit, all that shit makes you feel good. And so I feel like if you put yourself in a mindset that like everything else is at fault besides yourself and stuff like that at any point, you putting yourself out to you putting yourself out there to dry per se. You setting yourself up to lose, because like there's no reason that you should ever be sitting here like, man, this shit ain't working because of blah. If somebody else ain't doing the job that they told you to do, you do it. You know what I'm saying? That don't mean you got to straight up X them out, but just go ahead and do it. Put the team on your back real quick. Show motherfuckers that you're still out here trying, and they'll believe in you too. You know what I'm saying? Everybody goes through a moment of hiatus. You know what I'm saying? You can't just get mad at everybody for a moment of hiatus. You can get mad at a motherfucker because they ain't helped in like ever. Like, it's been a long time since you ever did anything to help and shit like that. But a hiatus, shit happens, my nigga. Life happens. People go through shit. You can't get mad at a motherfucker because they're going through some shit right now and shit like that. You can sit there, you can be a good friend and ask what's going on. But you can't get mad at people for what for them not doing exactly what they told you to do. All you gotta do is give them their rope and let them hang themselves with it. If this person says they're gonna do X and X amount of videos with you this many times or whatever, and they don't get mad about it. That sounds hella personal. That sounds hella personal. But but I just mean, like, I'm using my life as an example. If somebody tells you some shit like that, you can never take it bad. Shit happens. Don't blame nobody but yourself, and just go ahead and get the job done. Hella people are showing up in my lot, so I'm gonna get off the phone, and I'm sorry you guys for this high ass rant. Please forgive me. Please like, subscribe, and share. Continue to fuck with me if you feel like it. You know what I'm saying? I ain't really been keeping up on my end. I'm trying to invest in making the situation better, so expect some better videos from your boy and stuff like that here to come. And I appreciate y'all, for real talk. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes people need a place to vent, and this has always been my place to vent. And I'm sorry to all my viewers. I should have been venting more. I apologize to y'all. You know what I'm saying? I should be making more videos. Honestly, I got people lined up for interviews, but I can't get them to show up on specific ass days. So I'm about to fuck with whoever I can and shit like that on the interviews. But please continue to fuck with your boy. Like, subscribe, and share. Holler at me. Bye.